Oh, Michael and what?
It's kind of where I'm at. I ate like a whole bag of prunes earlier.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll just hold it till we're done. It's fine.
I just had some tacos and burritos because it's Taco Tuesday.
Oh, so you might have a panic attack in the middle of the thing.
Nah.
A panic attack?
Well, call an attack, you know?
Panic.
Be like, oh no, I really have to.
That's a panic at the wrong kind of disco, if you know what I'm saying.
The brown disco.
Yes. Yes. The disco where everything rotates counterclockwise or clockwise. I don't remember which. That was really funny in my head, I promise.
Seasons change quickly as they appear. Air gets crisp this time of year. As the summer moves on, the dreamer's love has to wait. The winter's chill.
Hey Internet, Highway 47 here. We are back after a long break of hell, high water, and everything. I am Shaggy B. With me is Dracofunk.
Hi.
And with us is Scrodrick, finally.
Hi.
And we're here to watch the Orville again. We are moving on. The last episode of the Orville we recorded was, I don't even know, like a month ago, probably longer.
Still hasn't been released.
So, you really didn't have to give away that it's been this long.
All right. We recorded it yesterday.
Yes.
Yes. We are on Season 2, Episode 10, Blood of Patriots. We have just recently finished the two-parter. It's fresh in our minds. And we are ready to move on and see what else we have in store for us. Dracofunk, can you tell us about this episode?
Yeah. It has an IMDb rating of 8.2. It originally aired March 7th, 2019.
Oh, hey, that's like just a couple days ago.
A month ago.
It's 2 months ago. It's May the 7th
2 months.
When we're recording.
God.
Yeah.
Yep. We're woefully behind.
We are, but that's all right. The problem is that we have jobs. And we have the kind of jobs that get busy in April and May. So
I like money.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, IMDb of 8.2. Pretty good. Not as good as the two-parter, but about as good as everything before it. What were you doing on March the 7th of 2019?
I don't.
What day of the week was it? Thursday?
That would have been, Thursday. I think maybe
Since
a
that's the release day of Orville, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was probably sitting alone in my apartment with no human contact that day.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think that's what I was doing.
Did we record that day?
We might have recorded that day. If only I had some kind of resource that I've been forgetting to update lately about whether or not we've been recording.
Silence.
Yeah, while I open the spreadsheet. Let's see, recording date. We did not record that day, but we recorded 2 days earlier.
Haha.
We recorded Season 2, Episode 4 of the Orville on the Tuesday of that week. And then we recorded again on Saturday. We recorded Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 2, Episode 4, which is out. Well, I think both of those are out by now, so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did not record that day, so I don't know what we were doing. But I know what we're doing right now. We're watching it. We're watching the Orville Season 2, Episode 10, and we are watching it on Hulu. And which one of you guys would like to tell us what that means?
So, what you want to do is open up your episode, press the play button, and then pause it. After the splash screen, if you get it, that Alara breaks down the wall. If not, just pause the episode. Hit the 10-second rewind button and get ready for Shaggy B's countdown. He'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, start, whatever he says, and press the play button, and you should be synced up with us. Now, if you're watching this on another medium, we'll try to give you a heads up when there is a commercial break and when we are back. That way you can adjust accordingly.
And we are watching this. We have all bought the ad-free Hulu experience for the low price of what it costs. And if you have not done so, if you're watching with ads, then the commercial breaks will help. Be advised, though, that we suck at that. So we'll probably get it all wrong and you'll get off anyway. And I mean, when you get right down to it, it's not really our problem. So,
Fuck you guys.
yeah, just fucking deal with it. Like, seriously, what are you, a child? It's not where you thought I was going to go with that, is it?
And now everyone hates us. Our subscriber hates us.
You know, it's a new thing. I mean, I've been listening to some podcasts lately where the hosts are like really abusive to their fans, and it keeps me coming back, and I don't get it. I don't understand it.
So we should be like, oh, you fucking idiots. You listen to us? What? No, I don't like that. No.
Yeah. Highway 47 back to waste your time again because you don't have anything better to do than listen to our shit.
So
wrong with
you.
That's right.
And your family too.
Yeah.
We're gonna punch your.
Oh man.
Or you could censor that, and then they'd have to guess what I was talking about.
I'll punch your putt, and then just leave it there.
Or I'll beep your putt.
just leave it at that, and everybody gets to wonder.
You can make me sound like an awful, awful person.
because the original didn't.
With the context, I think it's, pretty apparent I wasn't being serious. But, I've said enough on this thing that you could go back and put together a big string of shit to make me sound horrible.
Stay tuned for the Highway 47 supercut of Scrodrick throwing himself under the bus over and over and over. Coming soon.
It's like, have you ever seen Cookie Monster censored?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
Oh,
God. Cookie's not the only thing that starts with C, man. That's all I'm saying. We better.
For
Yeah.
If you have not seen Cookie Monster censored, go watch it right now. It's on YouTube.
Go watch it. Yeah, it's like pause this. That's funnier. And then come back.
We'll wait.
Yeah, and then post a message in the comments and tell us what you thought about Cookie Monster censored. You guys ready to start this?
Sure.
I'm watching Cookie Monster censored right now.
Well.
Okay.
Okay, all right. This is the Orville Season 2 Episode 10, Blood of Patriots. We are all set up. We're ready to rock and roll, and we are starting it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I think I had the volume up higher last time we watched the two-parter.
Oh, for a second, I thought he was getting married.
So did I, yeah. Like, to who? Absorb in. Oh.
No. He kept his surface tension up for that one. He had to flex it,
Yeah, I was about to say, like, is that a thing you can control? Like, man.
Yeah, he did his Kegels,
you control, you went to the same place I was going.
Oh. Admiral Oliver Hazard Perry.
Yep.
This calls for a drink.
Yeah. Whoa.
And
We're all.
Norman says he-
Yeah, right. Blood. Oh.
tried to sleep with one of them. Oh.
Yeah. Vomit all over the screen. I have news. Ooh, it's the Star Trek the Motion Picture music again.
This actually sounds more like The Undiscovered Country.
Actually, yeah.
I mean, Cliff Idleman, you know, he's composed some good music. All 2 themes that he composed for that movie.
True.
Hola.
Ah. But not deflect.
What?
Can he not? Ow. Ow.
You know, you might want to have some security.
How that works. I don't feel safe.
It's not a cell phone. It won't give you cancer.
Dad?
Mom?
Orrin Hatch? You bastard! Oh.
Punch him again.
Right in the puppy.
Yeah. I can't remember why I hate Orrin Hatch. I mean, he's a senator from Utah, so I know there's a reason. But I don't remember it specifically.
Well, I mean, there's so much outrage these days.
Yeah, like I can't keep track of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Oh, God. Sorry, tried to die there.
Now we got to bass boost the out of that. You'll sound like Andre the Giant tightrope walking. Oh, he retired from Senate this year.
We're back.
Whee! Wait, I stole a shuttle and you forgave me. Turn the lights down. Oh, he's got a chunk missing from his ear.
Hmm.
Look at what they did to me. I have a permanent close shave.
Yeah.
Can't grow a beard anymore. And you had a beard. Yeah, I'm sure he'd be following the news closely, so I don't know why they even brought that up. You know.
You're in sale.
What if they're Mocklin?
Well, gotta break that Geloja early.
That's
break
true,
the seal. Oh man, that guy's robes are gonna get in the way.
Yeah.
And he has a giant stain, you know.
Well, for all we know, krill urine is red, so.
And acidic.
Yes.
Hull breach.
Oh God. God. What? You knew him 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, they're getting some kind of a rub right now.
Uh,
Then how do you know that he did it?
Oh, they have to interrogate first, and if they die in the process, it's all for justice.
All right, so are they going to pull the can't get the message back to headquarters in time card, or are they going to pull the
Commercial break.
Whee! We're back later.
Told you we're bad.
We've been back since... No, you didn't. I told them.
No, that we're bad.
Oh, bad.
Hey, it has a name now.
Yeah. Most of them are both, I'm sure. Think I figured out what's going on here. Should I ruin it for the people?
I haven't seen this yet.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
With her eyeshadow.
Now those are bruises, man.
That was the wrong thing to say, man.
Yep.
And pickup trucks. And silicone nutsacks hanging off your bumper.
And voting yourself into more poverty.
Well, it's a holophoner.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Now she's gonna fall in love with Tala.
Oh no.
Octul Melota.
We get it, you vape. I mean,
Oh yeah. Dan the man.
Oh yeah.
I heard he writes poetry.
That's what I hear.
Good. They do that a lot. Like, I'm glad you put that down. It's really fragile.
Yeah. Yeah. She lets out a breath like, oh, thank God he didn't break that.
It's like hollow things are rare on Soleil.
Yeah. Oh my God, he speaks the Sims language.
Yes.
Burr whoopee.
It's like a mix of Simlish and Russian.
Yeah. Bad idea.
Oh.
Oh, this is so amazing. Let me go off to the back.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting storage room.
Check out those mufflers.
Yeah. Those things
Really?
can fart all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take a leak in one of them.
Chaloja.
It just builds up exhaust gases for an entire year and then expels them all at once.
That's how Mocklin cars work. You go in, like, when you get your car registered again, you have it belched.
Oh, that way they can inhale the smoke.
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like if I was a lieutenant in the Navy, that they would just let me into some other, department on, like, an aircraft carrier. I mean,
Yeah. It's like, you've been a POW for 20 years,
yeah, just come down here to the reactor room and put your collector on top of the... Oh, wait, no, that was the wrong movie.
Yeah. Commercial break.
Whee! And we're back. I pulled off a thing!
Whee!
Oh.
Get us the f*** out of here!
Hmm.
You always say that.
Damn you!
She wouldn't know what that is.
Wait.
Yet.
She's at least sort of acknowledging him now. She's wearing a wire. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh.
It's a lot of composure by the captain there.
Hmm.
I'm not sure I would have taken that type of dressing down from an inferior officer so so graciously.
Also, longtime friends, though, so
Yeah.
that tempered that.
There it is.
By breaking the ceasefire again?
Yeah. Yep, you are.
Guilt trip.
Well, you picked the right guy to manipulate, at least. Like, I totally believe Gordon would fall for this.
Commercial break.
Woo!
We're back.
Woo!
Ooh!
Arrgh.
Yeah. You don't want to go back in
Yeah,
there.
not one of you other peons. You know?
I would say he's tied up in the corner, but I don't know if he can be.
Oh man, bank tubes. Oh,
Ah. Also known as a bank pneumatic deposit cylinder with a fluorescent bulb inside it.
yep. I mean, maybe.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not asking you out, but I mean, I guess, it's not that I, specifically am asking you out, but I'm not asking you, but I'm...
Man, alcohol dispenser in your office.
Oh.
I would get in trouble with that.
Yeah, that's a really bad idea for me.
Yeah.
Which one has the poison? Oh, okay.
Great. Refreshing.
And also, all of humanity. Talk to the captain. He's not going to tell him. He's not going to make it there.
Rah.
The spider comes through the hall. They got him during the hallucination episode, or the simulation episode.
Commercial break?
Wait. Are
We're
you
back?
really that fucking stupid, Gordon?
That's really, really similar to Star Trek 2.
Yeah, that is. A shooter.
That's really close to Star Trek 2.
Yeah, it is. Good thing they have a force field.
Was it just me, or did the quantum effect on that have like more rainbow in it?
Yeah, it did.
So, more Star Trek.
Wow, you fooled me. Kind of ashamed of that one.
Oh, yeah. I always forget they can cloak.
Yeah, me too. It's only the shuttles, though.
Oatmeal.
Oats.
And meat.
Shouldn't have turned your back on that girl.
Commercial break.
Whee!
Man, I saw that coming. We're back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's like a pretty major head injury if she's bleeding out her nose from hitting her back against the wall.
Just do it, then ask.
Well, I would assume. Yep.
Yeah, take your long lost friend on a suicide mission with you. You know, that's great. You know?
Well, you know, he's avenging his wife and his daughter, I guess.
Check it.
It's basically justice. You need to fire that weapon, pal.
Yeah. You should have done that like 30 seconds ago.
Fire, Gordon.
Shoot him. Shoot him.
Fire the weapon.
Shoot him.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, hard prison life versus proper nutrition.
Yeah, exactly. Proper nutrition and, like, you know, continuous training, you know.
Shoot him now.
Injuries, you know.
Yeah.
Stun him now. Shoot him now.
See you there.
What?
You don't stop.
So you get enough?
That's right. You lost him 20 years ago.
Yeah. Whee! Jump. I mean, what? Not jump. Just.
I mean, yeah.
Fall, jump, fly.
I mean, I can see where that would be terrifying.
Oh man, he's gonna puke.
No.
And then they're gonna put him on the probulator.
Yeah. Kind of wonder what a tractor beam feels like.
Like a
Like a probulator.
It's pulling at everything all at once.
Yeah. I mean, gravity does.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Oh, he's going to marry
Yes.
Yaphet. Okay.
A death symbol. Oh.
And the skull. Okay.
Yeah. His name is CT Cube. Pen's going to fall. Pen's going to fall. It's going to fall.
Nope, cut away.
Don't gloss over the fact that he was about to murder you.
Yeah. Because I'm insecure, as every episode of the Orville ever has demonstrated.
Like he's saying right now.
Yeah.
He kind of did prove that.
He did. Have a pint and wait for all this to blow over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that was fun and interesting.
Interesting moral
And it was
dilemma.
a pretty good. Well, and it was a nice step down from all the drama we just had.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the stakes were a little bit lower, but still important.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard to follow up the big episodes with something that's significant, and I think they did a pretty good job with this.
I think so too. And this hits the nexus pretty well between between being reliant on the story arc for every bit of what's going on in the episode and continuity, and not just having everything be totally independent of each other. This is a nice middle point. I've said on this show many times that I prefer my sci-fi in such a way that you can jump in on any episode and follow it. And if this were the first episode of the Orville that you'd ever seen, I think that you wouldn't have any trouble picking up on it and going right along with it. You wouldn't need too much background filler. They did enough expository dialogue at the beginning to, it's kind of the Star Wars thing, right? Like Episode 4, the very first Star Wars movie, they give you an opening crawl that's 100 words, something like that, and then you have tiny ship, Rebels, gigantic ship, Empire, and that sets up kind of the entire story. You know, and if you were, it's sort of the reverse thing. If you were a child now watching Star Wars, you would have all sorts of background. But if you were seeing the movie Star Wars: A New Hope, or as it was known, Star Wars, for the very first time back in the 70s, that really is all you needed, and that stands on its own. And I think the same would have been true in this episode. So to me, that hits a really good, satisfying middle point there. I appreciate that I didn't catch every twist before it happened. I didn't quite realize that Gordon had pulled off the double cross until it was like basically right before they revealed it. I did catch that, Oren was not to be trusted basically instantly.
I kind of figured that the girl wasn't really who she said she was.
Yeah, I mean, it had to hinge on her. That's Chekhov's random mute girl.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, she was going to go off at some point. So yeah, she had to be integral somehow. But yeah, I think it was very well done. I found myself wondering at various points throughout the episode if because a lot of this stuff is, there are a lot of tropes in these sort of episodes, like, the peace treaty has to be signed. Oh, only you can do it, Captain. Why can't we send diplomats? Oh, we chose you because of reasons. Those sort of things happen. And I find myself wondering if those actually make sense and I'm jaded, or if they seem as glaring of plot holes to people who aren't sci-fi fans as they do to me after watching Star Trek and all sorts of other things for, my entire life. What do you guys think on that?
I can see both ways. Okay. One, it has to be him, otherwise it's not in the show.
Right, exactly.
Two, it kind of makes sense because he has had a lot of personal experience with them. One, out of all the humans who have experience with the Krill, him and Gordon are the only ones who spent a good amount of time on a ship.
Right.
Then he had a Krill, that he spent intimate time with.
He boned one.
Yeah.
Two,
God, are they going to have a half Krill, half human baby pop up at some point?
Oh my God. See, now that's what I thought the daughter was going to be. Like, I thought, my original thought was that he was going to be a surgically altered Krill too, and so was the daughter. That's what I thought was going to happen. But I got that wrong. Anyway, you were saying Dracofunk?
Sorry.
You're fine.
Anyway, Grayson, she kind of brought the whole Krill fleet in the first place. So it does kind of make sense that they would be the ones to go.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
And Norm was busy, so Admiral Ted Danson couldn't send him,
Yeah. You're right.
And I will give you, because he talked about this a lot, is for Babylon 5, J. Michael Straczynski, who created it, he said, we had to do this sometimes, just even though it didn't make sense, just so we have this part, in the story. Otherwise, you're just showing parts of a story that had nothing to do with any of the main characters, and it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, and I think we kind of have to blame Deep Space Nine for that becoming so clear.
Again, I would go back to Babylon 5 did it first.
Yeah.
I love Deep Space Nine, but they kind of admitted they ripped off Babylon 5.
Yeah.
Because they had the script to Babylon 5 a whole year. Literally, they had it. When the lawsuit came out, Paramount settled out of court.
Right.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So here's this popped to mind as you all were describing your thoughts. I'm not sure if this has been done. So we've had the really important peace treaty, but there's a twist and a snag, and the captain has to figure it out because he's the only ship in the quadrant, or he's too far away from Federation headquarters, or he's just the guy that they say you do it or else or whatever.
Yeah,
What
you're
we've
the
not,
expert. Yeah.
yeah, and we've also had the annoying senior officer, flag officer, admiral who comes aboard the ship and then waves his dick around. And then he's the problem. He becomes part of the plot. They have to work around him or work in spite of him or cut him down because he's too old or, violating orders or whatever.
Or infested with parasites.
Or or take your pick. He's a puppy puncher, whatever it turns out to be.
That's the worst of all.
Yes, it is. But I don't think on any of these types of shows they have ever done a guest like where you have the flag officer or the ambassador, but he turns out to be a huge help. Like he never throws a wrench into it. He just becomes like, oh, thank God you're here, Admiral, Deus Ex Machina. Like, if you weren't here, we would have never figured it out. And like, oh, this is why you got promoted, and you were forever, and it's just nothing but goodwill. And then he leaves. I would kind of be interested in seeing that, like an actual functional. And I wonder, like, do you think a team of writers could resist, adding more conflict there, adding conflict between this guest person and everything else? Because I think, particularly in the modern day, the way that we are with like, if you're everything is obsessive fandoms, right? I think that could be a cash cow. You suddenly have this new character that, you don't have to spend the money to make them a permanent part of the cast. But now and then they come in and help save the day. And it's like, oh, hey, it's another Admiral Captain Happy Face episode. And we're just so glad he's here.
Well, and I remember you guys recorded one of the episodes of The Next Generation without me, and I watched like the first half and then got sidetracked and never went back and finished it. But it was like, thank God you're here, reverse aging Admiral. And then I forget how it got up. So,
yeah, that was Admiral Jameson.
Yeah.
It turns out that he had caused the problem that they sent him to solve in the first place by by selling weapons to the terrorists, and they murdered everybody. And then he was reverse aging because he like downed the whole the whole supply of the drug that was making him healthier, and it like reversed aged him to the point that he died at the end.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I just remembered the beginning of the
caused the problem.
Thank God you're here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank God you're here, reverse aging Admiral Man. Yes. Did we actually say that? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Well, if we didn't, I really want to like clip that out and edit you saying that into the episode now.
Just at the beginning.
Yes. We'll re-upload that episode later this week. Anyway, Dracofunk, you were going to say something.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh man, this this kind of whole, a guy who's had his family, lost his family to the enemy. There's a peace treaty, but he goes on a killing spree.
Yeah.
That might have been done.
It's been done, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. And I mean, let's not let that take away from the fact that this was done well.
Yes, I'm not.
And so I guess the question we're really asking is, does it have to be a brand new story for it to be good? And I don't think it does.
No.
But there's a part of me that would like to see something a little bit more unique about it. So, may have hit 8.7 if it had had a new twist to it.
But it did have a twist.
Yeah, but it wasn't a new twist. It was like a twist that you saw coming, because we've seen those twists before.
Well, you didn't. You did kind of get a little bit twisted.
Yeah.
No, she's going to explode.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. With her mustard blood.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like seriously, she had a skull fracture. She was bleeding out her nose after getting hit in the back of the head.
Get that woman a tissue.
Yeah, get that woman a body cast. Yeah.
Oh, except they would have to like, oh man, they'd have to be really careful, otherwise they would like explode the ship.
They'd have to do it in like a nitrogen-free room.
And they couldn't use any of like their, electron syringes or whatever, and
Yeah.
so they'd have to like use scalpels and stuff.
Oh man, meatball surgery, man. Call Hawkeye Pearson and get her fixed up.
They'll purge the nitrogen from the simulator, and then they'll bring Hawkeye Pierce there to do the surgery.
If he can be bothered in between martini.
Yeah.
And I don't know, looking up the nurses' dresses and stuff like that. That would have been a pretty good episode. All right, let's wrap this up, guys. Any more to add?
That's it.
All right,
I'm good.
Cool.
Good night, everybody.
Well, good night, everybody. Keep it real. Join us next time for more of this, or the other time for more of the other. Some other time for some more stuff that we might do then.
Hey, and if you're watching this after we've recorded a bunch of other stuff, watch all that other stuff too.
Yeah, and go back and watch the stuff we already did a long time ago.
Because why are you starting here?
Yeah, really.
Man.
Yeah. What's
Good
wrong
night.
with you?
Maybe my children are watching this after they've gotten older. I'm sorry, I did steal some of your fruit snacks tonight.
Aww.
I've been doing it all along. It was me.
Only one. I only took
So they're gonna.
Please don't cut off my life support.
So is this gonna be? Are they gonna? So are they going to grow up just wondering why there's an odd number of fruit snacks in every pack?
Why were there no purple ones?
Yeah, like
Those were my favorite.
But Daddy, there's Triceratops on the package, but there are never any in the packs. Why are there pictures
False
on the box?
advertisement, son.
Yeah,
False advertisement.
That's right.
You know what? They're so nice. Actually, he's standing right here, looking at me, being very quiet because he knows he's supposed to. Would you throw this wrapper in the trash? Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't look at the pictures on it because your daddy stole some of them.
Those are porn snacks. Don't look at them.
Oh God.
The gummies are so distorted it doesn't matter, but the packaging, don't look at that.
Yes, it's a dinosaur with suspiciously round arms.
It was Welch's fruit snacks.
Oh. Remember, put us in the good nursing homes.
Oh my God.
Well, I derailed. Have a good night, everyone.
I gotta go.
Hey, our next episode, we're recording Star Trek: The Next Generation. It's where they, they measure Data's manhood.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He grows another beard?
Well, sort of. That reminds me of a story that I'm about to tell you after I turn off the recording. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.